Hello, this is Doug, the football guy for NFL Week 7 picks. My record last week was 7-7, and my record to date is 38, 46, and 3. These are all picks against the spread. Not doing too well, but it has been a crazy season. If you can figure this out and you're doing better than I am, God bless you. Last week was a look at the old, what I call the old NFL flip flop. It's basically each team plays completely different each week. So last week, your Niners game was a joke. The Eagles game was a joke. A couple other ones that I can't even. Falcons. I mean, that was pathetic. You can't predict what's going to happen in this league. It's I don't want to say it's fixed, but I think sometimes there are certain situations that are, are easy to see, and certain situations that just completely blow your mind. All right, so let's start out. Bills Patriots. Bills. I'm taking Bills -7 over the Patriots. This is too much firepower against what is a lousy team. The Bills roll here, and if they don't, then I can't give you any kind of logical reason why that wouldn't happen. Next game, Ravens -3 over Lions. The second best game of the day. This should be a good matchup. Interesting matchup. The Ravens are tough at home. They're tough on the road too, but they play well at home. This isn't a matchup that happens very often, and the Lions are 5-1. Everyone thinks they're great, but this is going to be a test for them. I think the Ravens handle them today, and I'm going to take the Ravens -3 over the Lions. Next game is one of the worst games of the day. Won't catch me watching this one. But I'll take the Commanders -2.5 over the Giants just because the Commanders are the better team slightly. And now we got the Bucks -2.5. I'm taking the Bucks -2.5 over the Falcons. The Bucks fell asleep last week. I don't know what happened. Um, Again, that was a flip flop because they had been doing well. They wake up today against a team that has such coaching issues. It's scary. Arthur Smith, where'd they get this guy from? I really want to know where he came from. You watch him on the sidelines. He can't believe it himself how bad he is. I mean, yeah, it's the players are making mistakes left and right, but he is also. I mean, he has no clock management, no command of tense situations at all. How does an owner hire that guy to be a coach? I don't get it. I mean, that guy not only acts like a fool, he looks like a fool. I mean, just watch him on the sidelines. He looks like he doesn't have a clue what he's doing. And that's why the Falcons lost last week. I mean, it was blunder after blunder, not just the players, but him making stupid decisions. How can you put your faith in a guy like that? And I'm not. I'm taking the Bucks at home, -2.5. Next game is the Bears Raiders. Both starting quarterbacks are out. I have a hunch in this one. I'm going to go with the Division II backup quarterback. His name is Tyson Bagent. I believe I saw him at the combine. I think I did. I'm not positive on that, and he was one that looked good. So I'm going to go with that guy over aging Brian Hoyer. And I'm sure everyone else is taking the Raiders here. But I'm going to take the Bears +3.5. Just on a hunch. I think the Division II backup quarterback, Tyson Bagent, has a good game. All right, next game. Browns. I'm taking the Browns -2.5 over the Colts. Now here's the old NFL flip-flop again. Now, the Browns looked great, upsetting the Niners. But again, that was the old Niners doing the flip-flop. Niners should have won that game, but the Browns prevailed. And, the Browns have been up and down this year too. So which Browns team will show up? Will the Browns team that should dominate the Colts show up? I'm going to go with that today and hope it doesn't do a flip-flop on me. All right, next game, Steelers. I'm going to take the Steelers plus 3.5 over the Rams. Everything points towards the Rams in this one. But I looked up the history of these two teams, and whenever the Steelers and the Rams play, the Steelers win every single time. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to take the 3.5 points, too. Simple. Next game, I'm taking the Seahawks -7 over the Cardinals. The Seahawks are coming off of a bye and are the better team. I'm just going to go with that. If the 1-5 Cardinals pull off an upset or even a cover here, what can I say? It's a head scratcher. Next game, Chargers. I'm taking the Chargers +6 over the Chiefs. Now, the reason being is history says to take the points in this one. The Chargers beat the Chiefs in KC a lot, and they cover. It's always a close game. So I'm taking the points. That's how you do this. Next game is another yawner. Broncos. I'm taking the Broncos at home +1 over the Packers. It's just a lousy game. I'll take the home team. Jordan Love is now showing that he isn't all that. He had a good start to the season. Now he's stinking it up. So I'll take the Broncos to get a win at home. Next game is the game of the week, game of the day. Eagles. I'm taking the Eagles -2.5 at home over the Dolphins. It's basically, I'm taking the home team here. If it was in Miami, I'd take Miami. But does the NFL flip-flop happen here? I think it does. Eagles losing last week. Jalen Hurts throwing 3 picks. Are you kidding me? Eagles turned it over 4 times. I mean, come on. They were killing everyone, and then all of a sudden they play like that. I think it flips back to normality here, and Eagles will play a good, solid game and control the line of scrimmage and beat the Dolphins. And Monday night, one more time with the NFL flip-flop I'm talking about. That's the theme this week. The Niners will return to form, I assume, and dominate after that fix-all last week against the Browns, which they lost. And also Cousins is terrible in primetime games, so I'm going to take the Niners -6 over the Vikings. And I've got a few over-unders to play here if you feel like doing that. Bills Patriots over 41. I like that. Lions and Ravens, I'm going over 43 in that. Two teams that don't see each other much. I think there'll be some points scored there. Raiders and the Bears, because of the QB situation, they're going to be running the ball a lot. Definitely going under 38.5 here. Really like that. Browns Colts under 40. Basically because the Browns defense is number 1 in the league, and Colts haven't been doing much offensively. So Browns Colts under 40. And then the last one is Cards Seahawks over 43.5. The Seahawks might get that to themselves. Cards could throw in a couple of touchdowns over against the Seahawks' lousy pass defense. So over 43 in that 43.5 in that game. All right, that's it for Week 7 of the NFL. I hope I do better for you guys. Anyone out there is actually watching and listening and playing these picks, it's going to get better. Trust me. All right, have a good day. Enjoy the games.